Hello dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are perfectly fine at your home and enjoying the online classes from LPM Public School. Dear students, this is your science online class and myself Akanksha, I am your subject teacher of science. So students, in the series of your online video class today, we are going to tell you about the story of silk fiber. It means students, today's video class we will learn about the how we get the silk fiber from the silk worm. In my previous video classes students, in my yesterday's video class, as I have already explained about the types of fibers, it means students, as we know that there are two types of fibers. Some are natural and some are synthetic fibers. Some natural fibers we have to get from the plants and animals. So today we will discuss about the a type of fibers, that is the silk. Okay. So students, I hope you all are ready for your class. So students, listen carefully because this chapter's activity is also based on this video. Okay, so be careful about it and be ready for your class everyone. And now let's start today's class here. Okay, students, you have to must be seen at your home. Your mom has a beautiful sarees and she wear at the special occasions and get the appreciation and the attention of the all peoples, which is look like this. You can see here such type of sarees. It's look so beautiful. It looks so beautiful students. So your mom has also these beautiful sarees as like this. And students, do you know by which fabrics it's made by which fabrics? Students, what is the fabrics exactly? It's nothing but silk. Now we will understand what is silk and how we obtain silk fiber. Okay, so it is the silk sarees. So it is made by the silk. So let us students how we obtain a silk fabrics. Okay, so you can see here this is the whole life cycle of a silkworm, and in this picture students, this is described about the how we get a silk from the silkworm. Okay, so silk. So students, let us discuss about the silk and how do we get the silk from the silkworm and what is the main source of silk. So students, so what is the main source of silk fibers? Do you know? Students, you can see here two options given, plants or animals. So students, silk, as we know that we get the silk from the animals. It means students from the silk worm. This is the first stage of a silkworm. You can see here. This is the silkworm students. This is the first stage. And now in the next students, you can see here the silkworm on a leaf and the silk thread also. Firstly, you can see in the first stage, student, the silkworm on a leaf, and then you have to learn about the silk thread. Means we get the silk thread from the silkworm. From where, students? Silkworm give us the silk thread. Silk thread. Okay. Now students, this is the egg stage. This is the egg stage. Students mainly firstly, students, we will learn about the first stage of the silkworm. Okay, so you can see the female moth. Female moth lays the egg on the mulberry leaves. Where it lays her egg, the female moth lays her egg on the mulberry leaves, especially on the mulberry leaves. So it is the mulberry leaves, and the female moths lays their eggs on the mulberry leaves. Okay, this is the first stage. Okay, students. Now this is the second stage, larva. Students, you can see the structure of larva here. You can see the stage of the second stage is larva. Means after the sometime, students, the egg when silkworm lays the egg on the mulberry leaves, and after some time that is changed into the larva. That eggs change into the larva. Okay. So now let us see the third stage. And students, one more thing. There are more and more stages of larva. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 stages of larva, and the stages of larva is called the ester. What is ester? Okay. Phase between the two molting processes of the insect larva, that is called the ester. That is called the ester. Okay. Now in the next, students, this is the third stage. This is the third stage of silkworm, resting phase. It means, students, in this stage the larva take the rest. You can see the resting phase. In this stage, students, a larva covered with a thin thread, that is called the silk thread. Okay. So and you can see this structure, students. The whole major development stages of a silkworm's life cycles. Firstly, the egg lay on the mulberry leaves, and after that is changed into the larva, and there are 4 stages of larva, and larva is also called the stages of larva is called the ester. And after that, students, the ester change into pupa, and pupa change into an adult silkworm. How many stages? Mainly 4 stages. First is eggs. Eggs laid on the mulberry leaves by the silkworm, and after that eggs change into the larva, and there are mainly 4 stages of larva, and larva's stages are called the ester. And after some time, students, that larva change into the pupa, and pupa, after some time, the pupa change into an adult silkworm. Okay, so I hope this is clear to all students. And students, and this is very informative things. For the silk productions, a special farming is required by this. So you can see the silkworm farming. Silkworm farming. Okay, that is silkworm forming is called the sericulture. That's forming is called the sericulture. What is the sericulture? Okay, and sericulture is a very expensive and very important industries also. Okay, students. So I hope this is clear to all students, the whole story of silkworm and how do we get from a silk from the silkworm. Okay, I hope this topic is very interested for you. So students, for the home assignment, you have to draw the life cycle of silkworm in your fair copy as like this. And students, in my next video class we will discuss about the cocoon. Okay, so bye all of you. Thanks a lot for watching this video. We will meet again in my next video class. Bye everyone.